If you fell toward Earth, you would burn. If you fell into the sun, you would be erased in a flash of heat. But Neptune? Neptune doesn't destroy you with fire. It destroys you with pressure, with cold, and with a storm that never ends. This is the last major planet in our solar system. A world with no surface. A world with winds faster than a fighter jet. A world with an ocean that isn't water at all. This is a realistic simulation of what you would see and experience, falling into Neptune. Welcome to the strange giant at the edge of our cosmic neighborhood. Neptune orbits the Sun nearly 4.5 billion kilometers away. From here, sunlight is weak. The Sun is just another star in the sky, brighter than the rest, but small and distant. And yet, despite this cold and darkness, Neptune is alive. Storms rage across its surface. Clouds of frozen methane race faster than the speed of sound. And energy, deep from within its core, flows upward, churning the atmosphere into a violent, chaotic dance. This journey is created using the Universe Simulator space engine, enhanced with scientific modeling and cinematic editing. We're following real physics here. This isn't science fiction. This is the strange and brutal reality of the outer solar system. As we make our first approach, Neptune grows in the viewport. From a distance, it looks peaceful, almost serene. A smooth, deep blue sphere, banded with subtle shades of azure and sapphire. But this calm is a lie. Neptune's winds are the fastest recorded in the entire solar system, reaching an unbelievable 2,100 kilometers per hour. Clouds at different altitudes race in opposite directions, creating immense shear and turbulence. Gravity pulls you in steadily. There is no sudden, dramatic fall. Just a slow, constant, unstoppable descent toward the heart of the storm. You don't hit Neptune. You enter it. Its atmosphere is vast, thousands of kilometers thick. You simply sink into the endless blue. The upper layers are composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, with a significant amount of methane. It's this methane gas that absorbs the red wavelengths of light from the distant sun, giving Neptune its signature deep, rich blue color. As you sink into these upper cloud tops, the temperature plummets. It drops below -200 degrees Celsius. You would freeze solid almost instantly. But the fall continues, deeper and deeper into the planet's violent embrace. Now, what would you see inside the storms? As you fall, the clouds thicken around you. The sky, once a clear, deep blue, becomes a churning wall of motion. Winds accelerate to unimaginable speeds. Lightning, far more powerful than any on Earth, flashes silently in the dense gas, illuminating monstrous, swirling storm systems larger than our entire planet. These storms, like the Great Dark Spot, rotate endlessly, driven by the planet's internal heat. There is no horizon. There is no up or down. There is only turbulence, a world of perpetual twilight and silent, electrical fury. Neptune's atmosphere is not layered gently. It is violent and chaotic at every single depth. And then, pressure begins to win. As you descend, the weight of the thousands of kilometers of atmosphere above you begins to assert its dominance. The pressure increases rapidly. Soon it's 10 times Earth's surface pressure. Then 100 times. 1,000 times. The gas around you becomes so compressed it starts to behave like a liquid. And deeper still, the liquid will behave like a solid. Your physical body, even if it were protected from the cold, would have been destroyed long ago. But in this simulation, we keep falling. Neptune doesn't crush you in a single, sudden moment. It squeezes. Relentlessly. Continuously. Until there's nothing left to squeeze. This is where Neptune becomes truly alien. You pass through the gaseous atmosphere and enter a vast, planet-sized mantle. It's an ocean that isn't made of water. Instead, it's a hot, incredibly dense, supercritical fluid. A bizarre mix of water, ammonia, and methane, heated to thousands of degrees by the planet's core. This is not an ocean you could ever swim in. It's an exotic, ionic fluid, meaning it conducts electricity like a metal. Heat from the core flows upward through this strange sea, driving the storms we saw in the atmosphere above. And here, under pressure so immense it's almost beyond comprehension, something remarkable happens. Carbon atoms, squeezed out of the methane molecules, begin to rearrange themselves. Yes. It rains diamonds. Inside Neptune, the extreme pressure and temperature force methane to break apart. The carbon atoms crystallize, forming solid diamond fragments. These diamonds, like glittering hailstones, sink slowly through the glowing, dense fluid mantle, falling toward the planet's core. This isn't a poetic metaphor. This is physics. Neptune is a planet where gemstones literally fall from the sky, a treasure hidden deep inside a world no one will ever see. But our fall isn't over. We sink deeper still, past the region of diamond rain, into the crushing depths. The temperature soars to thousands of degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. The pressure reaches millions of times that of Earth's atmosphere. At this point, the very laws of chemistry begin to break down. Atoms are forced into new, exotic states of matter. There is no solid ground to land on. There is only increasingly dense, hot material pushing back against the relentless pull of gravity. Finally, we approach the center. At Neptune's core, there may not be a solid surface at all. Instead, scientists believe there's a superdense region of hot fluid and rock-like material, compressed to an unbelievable density. The transition is gradual. There is no impact. No final moment of arrival. There is only the sensation of infinite pressure from all directions. This is the end of the fall. So, what happens to you? You don't drown. You don't burn away in an instant. You don't crash. You are compressed. Squeezed until your very atoms cannot resist the force. Your matter is stripped apart and becomes part of Neptune itself. Another trace element dissolved into the fabric of a planet that will continue its lonely orbit around the sun for billions of years more. This is the quiet violence of the ice giants. Neptune is not loud. It doesn't explode. It doesn't rage with fire like the sun. But it is, without a doubt, one of the most violent places a human could ever fall. It's a world where cold and pressure do the work that heat does elsewhere in the cosmos. At the far edge of the solar system, this blue giant waits. Silent, endless, and utterly unforgiving. It reminds us that not all destruction is loud and dramatic. Some of it is blue, and silent, and absolute. Thank you for joining this journey to the edge of our solar system. If you want to explore more cosmic wonders and terrifying realities, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more. Until next time, stay curious.